Hello. Hello, welcome to Tier 2, Round 6 at Singapore for F1ABEEZ. To start off, Round 6, we have Sully going for a lap in the Williams. Only 9 people here tonight, so it's only going to be a short qualifying session, not the full quality that we are used to. Down into Turn 1, nice through there, doesn't take too much curb. Pretty decent through the first 3 corners. Nice through turn 4, takes just enough curb. As he now heads up towards the end of his sector 1. What's he going to set as he ends his sector 1? I don't know what's a good time, it's a 26.6. We'll go to... Alright, let's just Matty. Sully does invalidate though. I believe Watson's on the lap, so at least we have some reference to the first sector to see what's good. Well, since it's a 27.2, it's pretty slow in comparison to what Sully set through sector 1. Decent through there. Nice on the exit. Could have taken maybe a little bit more curb through there. Same goes for there as well, but still not too bad. Doesn't want to take the curb there, otherwise you'll go spinning off into the wall. Heavy braking in now as he ends his sector 2. Nearly invalidates on the exit. Oh, he doesn't end the sector 2. He ends the sector 2 now. It's a 105.6 through sector 2. I don't know if that's good or not, but it is obviously purple as he's the only one to get to sector 2 without invalidating. Decent through there, takes a lot of curb there. Matty moves out of his way and the Red Bull could have taken a bit more curb there again. Decent through the second last corner. Sorry, not the second last corner. Down to the last corner. Takes a decent amount of curb. Heads up towards the line. It's a 39.5. I don't even know if that's good or not. But Jake says a 26.8 through the first sector. That's 4 tenths quicker than what Watson set. Does that a lot nicer than Watson did. Takes enough curb, and again the same. He takes a lot of curb. Takes just the right amount of curb there, not too much to the point where it'll spin. Heavy braking in. Nice there as he comes out of the last corner in sector 2. Heads up towards the point where he finds out his sector 2 time. It's a 104.2. Not quicker than Watson's. My Lemo, he's out in the mediums. Nice through there for Jake. Get a little bit hesitant on the exit there, because taking a bit more curb through the under the bridge chicane. This comes down to the last little section of the track. Seb's just a 36.9. I'm assuming Watson's that proper one. Jake out of the last corner. Oh, spin! He goes flying into the wall. He still sets a 37.3. A snap of oversteer. He goes flying straight into the wall. How much damage does he have? He's lost the, I don't know what they're called. I'm a bit stupid, I don't know what they're called. Matty is on a lap this time, 104 flat. Through the middle sector. That was a lot quicker than Jake's, I believe. As he heads up towards the last corner now. What can he set? Doesn't take much curb there, but he heads up towards the line. It's a 36.9, 9 thousandths of a second faster than Seb's. So tight margin so far. Anime on the mediums in the Alfa Romeo. His teammate Jake up in third. Can he go anywhere? I doubt he will be able to on those mediums, and he spun just like his teammate at the last corner. Both of the Alphas spin at the last corner. Rambo's on a lap as he comes around the final corner. Where can he go? It's a 36.1 from him. 8 tenths quicker than Matty and Seb's. So, very good time from Rambo. If Matty and Seb's was that actual proper laps. I don't know if they would just sort of find the pace laps. My knowledge of this track is not very good, so I don't know if it's a good lap or not. So look, see if anybody's on a lap. I don't think anybody is. Nobody currently on a lap. Sully and Malemo both on now. Sully tried to go for a lap earlier, but I believe he invalidated. So it's going to be an interesting race in Tier 2. Yeah, it's going to be definitely pretty interesting. The two championship main contenders currently aren't even in the race. So this is a huge race for Sebs. He really needs to score high if he wants to catch back up in the fight with Crack and Cassie. Cassie on 95 points, Crack on 73, Seb's just back on 48 points. But if he can score big here, he can catch back up and possibly get himself back into the fight. It's also good because another of his contenders, Crafty Link, he is not here, but Matty, one of his contenders, is here. But Sully onto a lap. Through the first 3 corners he goes, nicely through there, takes a lot of curb on the third turn. The Alpha just behind him, just an outlap. Nice through turn 4, goes as wide as he can and sort of sweeps it in as he heads down towards the end of his Sector 1. Will he go purple? Yes, he will. It's a 26.5 through the first sector. That is very solid from Sully. Very nice through there as well. It's looking like a pretty tidy lap so far. Doesn't take much curb through there. Probably the correct thing to do. Doesn't want to go spinning off into the wall. Needs to take a bit of curb here. Takes a bit, but could have taken a bit more. Could have been a bit more aggressive. Takes enough curb there though. Doesn't want to take too much curb there, otherwise he will go flying into the wall. Heavy braking in now. Good rotation. Can he get a good exit out? Yes, he can. Good on the power. He heads up towards the end of his Sector 2. What's going to be his time? It's a 103.7. This is a very tidy lap from Sully. He's purple in both 2 sectors so far. Is he going to bottle this last sector? Let's hope not, because this is a very tidy lap. Pretty nice through there. Not taking too much track. Could have taken a... No, very nice through the under the bridge chicane. I don't know what to call it. This is a really, really tidy lap from Sully, and it's definitely going to put him pole. If he can just keep it together around this last corner, he had a bit of a moment there, through the last corner, keeps it together, goes across the line, it's a 36.3, and he doesn't get pole. Last sector must have been poor for Sully. He had purple in the first 2 sectors. In the last sector, he seemed to just lose the pace a bit. Jake, he's gone onto a lap. Miami, he's going to finish his lap though. Where can he go? So 1:40.9. I don't think it's a lap. This was Jake's. Heads out of the third turn. I don't know if it was a good first three. Into the fourth turn he goes now. Pretty nice through there. Could have taken maybe a bit more curb, but he doesn't really need to. It's still pretty tidy so far. What is going to be his time as he ends the end of sector 1? It's a 26.7, 200 up on his time. Takes turn 5, just, or is it turn 6? Yeah, I think it's classified as turn 6. Takes turn 6 just a little bit too aggressively and invalidates his lap time. Matty on a lap now, currently in third place. Ahead of him, Sully and Rambo. It's pretty nice through turn 4. DRS now heading up towards the end of sector 1. Can he improve through his sector 1? He's going to need to improve. He's up by 1.2 tenths. This is a decent lap so far. It's purple through the first sector. Nice through turn 7. Through 8 as well. It's pretty decent lap from Matty so far. Doesn't want to screw up this section though, as he comes to the closing stages of sector 2. He was a little bit hesitant to turn in, didn't want to get track limits. Nearly goes into the wall, heavy braking in. Good rotation, could have maybe broken a little bit earlier, I'm not too sure. DRS open as he heads down towards the end of his sector 2. What does he set? It's a 104 flat, so he's only up 300, so I think he's lost a little bit of time through the middle sector in comparison to what his first sector was. Lemo goes third with a 36.6, decent lap from him. Matty heading up towards the under the bridge chicane, takes enough curb through there. Decent lap from Matty so far, but it's not going to improve by much. Nicely through there. Heads up to the last turn. Don't spin now. He doesn't. I lied, he does. Oh, Matty very lucky to not DNF. Commentator's curse. He was going through the last turn. I said don't spin. It didn't look like he was going to. And then he did. Matty into the wall, only wing damage, really lucky to not DNF. Might have enough time to go into the pits and set a lap if he manages to cut absolutely everything there. He should have enough time. Sebs is on a lap. He's 3 tenths up through his middle sector. This is a decent lap from Sebs. He's looking on for P3 here if he can keep it together. It's a 36.6 and it does put him P3. 1.5 hundredths ahead of my Emma or whatever his name is. Sorry. I don't know if Matthew's on a lap or not. Jake is 600 up through his middle sector. He's going to be wanting to improve on that P7. The 2 alphas down in P7.8 animates his first lap on a set of I can't think on a set of mediums. My range is blanked. Jake ending his last sector now. Don't spin through the last corner. I said that last time. But Jake doesn't spin. Across the line, it's a 37.2. He's up by 1.5 tenths, but he doesn't improve any places. And he's out. It's going to look like Jake is going to start from P7 then. Can his teammate Anime do any better? 2 tenths up through the first sector on his medium compound time. Nice through there. She goes a little bit deep. Again, a bit hesitant through there. They all seem a little bit too hesitant to take too much curb there. Heavy braking in. Could have broke a little bit later, actually. So he's going to end his sector 2. What can he set through the middle sector? It's going to be a 104.2, so up 8 tenths on his time. So currently, it's still not looking like the best of times. It's still only going to put him a 38.5, and he's invalidated anyway. So really not looking good for the 2 Alfa Romeos. If OG plays, can get a good lap in. He's obviously invalidated at the moment, but if he can get a good lap in, it's going to be good for Mercedes. Can the McLaren of Watson have something to say about it? Through the first 3 turns, it's pretty decent. I didn't see what his last 3 turns were like last time, so I don't know if he's improving or not. Through turn 4, nicely through there. Heads up towards the end of sector 2. Oh no, sorry, not sector 2, sector 1. What's he going to set through sector 1? It's a 26.8, so only up 3,000 on his time. Very close margins. Nicely through there. Obviously not going to be full quality because of the poor attendance. But it's definitely going to be an interesting race tonight. It's Singapore, it's a street circuit. Oh, and Watson taps the wall there. Heavy braking in, goes way too deep into the hairpin. He's a bit of a spin on the exit. That is going to mean Watson's lap is most likely over. It's completely over. He's 2 cents down through his middle sector. Sully, he's 4,000th up through his first sector. Decent through there. He's going to need to improve by a lot through this last sector because he was on for pole. He had an incredible first and middle sector, but his last sector just was not on the pace, and that's why he's P2 at the moment. He's 3/10 up through his middle sector. This is an incredible lap from Sully so far. He's definitely going to go pole with this, but Rambo is also up on his time. We'll keep an eye on both of them. Sully still 3.7 up through that middle sector, so really good from him. Going to take it a bit more curb there. Plays is out. So if it ends like this, the Mercedes are going to start at the front and the back of the grid. What does Rambo set through the middle sector? I just missed it. Sully, he's going to come around the last corner now. Can he say something about Rambo? He's going to go across the line. It's going to be a 35.9. 4/10 up on his original time. He has provisional pole, but Rambo's up on his time. It's going to be so close. As Rambo comes across the line, it's going to be a 35.884 from him. 300ths in it. Very, very close. My Lemo, he's going to have one last shot at it. The same with Watson. He's 8/10 up through his middle sector, but he taps the wall. Anime and Matty, they're not going to get round in time, I don't think. Matty may, but I don't think Anime will. You're nowhere near. No, Matty might. Yeah, no, Matty will. It's going to be close with Anime. I don't know what he's on through his first sector. Doesn't really say. Watson obviously not on a lap after tapping the wall. Seb's, he's going to go onto a lap. Rambo's trying to have another shot, but that's it for Sully. So no, I don't think Rambo's having a shot. But Seb's, my Lemo, Watson, and Matt. Oh, not Watson. Let's see. And Matty. As Matty enters sector 1, what can he set through here? It's going to be a 26.5, so a whole 10th and a half up on what his original time was. He's going to be wanting to improve to at least probably P5, P4. But my Lemo and Sebs are both on a lap, so as long as he improves, he will get at least P5. My Lemo, we'll watch him as he's about to end his lap. Sebs 800ths up through his first sector. He could contend for Sully and Rambo if he gets an incredible middle and last sector, but I just think he'll be a little bit too far off. Watson's going to end P5, but maybe P6 if Matty can improve. Anime is also on a lap, so Anime might be able to beat him. He did his original time on a set of medium compound tyres. Matty 300s up through the middle sector. It's looking like he's going to beat Watson. Seb's 800s up still through his first sector. As he ends his second sector, he's 200s down. It's going to be looking like a P3 for Seb's. I don't think he'll complain with it. But he's also going to be wanting to improve. Oh, no, not improve, sorry. He would have also wanted to be on the front row of the grid. But I don't think Seb's will complain at P3. Matty, though, as long as he doesn't spin around the last corner like he did earlier, he will get P5 off Watson. And he does, ooh, half spin. And the commentators curse again. Matty just can't get that last turn right. The rest of his lap was tidy. It was looking on for possibly a 36.8ish. It was going to be P5. And the last turn, he can't get the last turn right every single time. But that is going to be your starting grid for Tier 2. Round 6 at Singapore. Rambo starts on pole after edging out Sully by 300ths. And those two line up in the front row. Seb's third in the Ferrari, followed by Miamo in the Aston Martin. Watson and Matty line up on the third row of the grid. Jake and Anime, the two alphas, on the fourth row of the grid. And OG finishes out the whole grid. Only 9 drivers today, so everybody is guaranteed to at least score 2 points. And what a race we're going to have on today. Does look tight at the top between Sully and Rambo. So possibly going to be between them two for the win. But I think the battle for that third position spot is probably going to be the most interesting. Well, obviously it'll be the battle for first. I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll never know. After that intense qualifying session, I want to see your guys' predictions in the chat. I don't even know how many people are watching. Not many people at the moment, I don't think. But either way, race predictions in the chat. I am going for Sully from P2. Rambo looks quick, but I don't know. I'm just backing Sully. I think he's going to pull something out of the bag. Only 15 laps? I don't know why. It should be 32. I suppose if it's half grid. Oh, Watson's put it in the wall on the formation lap. I don't know how on earth he's done that, but he has. Didn't even notice that. Sorry. That's definitely interesting. I don't know if there's supposed to be 15 laps or not, but it's going to be an interesting race. 9 drivers, everybody guaranteed at least 2 points. It's going to be some very intense racing over only 15 laps, so it's not going to be, you know, down to strategies. It's not going to be any 2 stops, any possible long 1-stop stints or anything. It's just going to be a simple 1-stop, soft to medium, end-to-end racing. It's going to be pretty much just based on pace. Obviously DRS will be involved as well, but it'll be an interesting race for sure. Especially when Singapore is a street circuit, there's guaranteed to be a safety car. And most likely at least one DNF. Rambo for the win, followed by Sully. So pretty much going for the start in front 3. I'm gonna go a bit bold. I'm gonna go Rambo DNF. Sully's gonna win, followed by Sebs, followed by Matty. Don't know why. I'm just going for a bit of a random guess. Anyway, they're all lining up now. Rambo on pole. The 2 Mercedeses start from the front and the back of the grid. As we go to 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go here for round 6 in tier 2 in Singapore. Sully gets a good jump off the line. Can he get Rambo going into turn 1? Possibly. Stays on the inside for turn 3. Rambo breaks really late on the outside. They're still going to be side by side. And Sully taps Rambo. And now Sebs is going to get a great run. And behind us there was contact between Matty and Sully. Sully drops back 3 places. Back down to P5 now. Plays with an incredible start from P9 to P4. What a start for the Mercedes is. And plays. Is he going to get into 3rd? Matty forces him really wide. It's going to be 3 wide. This is so close. Oh, and Sully spun behind. Sully has been spun and he's all the way back to P9. What a start for the Mercedes drivers. But so unlucky for Sully. What a start we had. Jakey's going to send it up the inside of Miami. Miami's going to hold it around the outside. He's going to go way too deep in there and Jake is going to gain the possession up to P5. He goes. Incredible start for the Mercedes. It's going to be like a double podium at this rate. Rambo and Sebs and OG, they seems to be about a second gap between everybody in the front 4. Matty P4, followed by Jake, by my Lemo, Watson, Anime, and Sully. What a start we've had. Sully really unlucky. He's all the way back into P9. He's way off the field now. Really unlucky for him. He said there was going to be carnage, and we were correct. There was. One person was going to have to be the one to take the fall. And that is unluckily for him, Sully. Let's take a moment to appreciate OG Plays' start though. what an incredible start from him. He goes up 6 positions from P9 to P3. Myemo and Anime both into the pits. I think, yeah, I do remember them hitting each other, so they both have damage. So that is going to put Sully back up to P7. He's going to be wanting to gain every single point he can now after that earlier spin. But now, Jake is going to get a great run at Matty out of turn 4. He pulls out of the slipstream for some reason, doesn't deploy any ERS, and Matty's going to hold P4 going down into turn 6. Jake getting really close again. He looks to be all over the back of Matty. And he goes into the back of Matty. He seems to be just so much faster through the corners that he's just hitting into the back of Matty every single time. He's going to have to brake early if he don't want to hit into the back of Matty again. He gets a great run. He's going to go for it around the outside. He pulls out, though. He had to think about where. Can he get the switch back on Matty? He gets the run. He might dive down into turn. Yes, he does. He sends it. And Matty has to pull out. And Jake, with an incredibly dirty move, that forces Matty all the way out. And Matty now has damage. And that's going to give Sully another position back. And Sully's going to be back up to P6. And he's going to be in the battle for P4 with Jake and Watson. That's if he can catch up. But I think he does have the pace. So the front three pulled away from everybody else at the moment. 2 Mercedes on course for a double podium at the moment. Sorry about my voice. I do have a cold at the moment. So I'll just do my best. But what a start we've had. Rambo sets fast lap of 40.1. He's pulled 2 seconds from Seb's already. Rambo's pace seems to be on a different level. I think Rambo is probably going to run away with this, but it's going to be a battle for P2 between Sebs and OG, which he's not going to let him get away with this, and he is going to want a 1-2. Jake is in, Watson is in, Matty is in. I think they all have damage. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what happened, but Sully back up to P4. So he may have lost many positions off the start due to the spin, but if he can get P4, I don't think it'll be too much of a disaster. Seb seems to be a bit quicker than Plays. Yeah, I think Seb's is just a bit quicker, but the DRS is obviously keeping Plays right next to Seb's constantly, and Seb's just can't pull away. It's just about a 7/10 gap always, so that Plays will close up to about 6/10, but I reckon by the next DRS straight, Seb's will probably put it back up to about 7 or 8/10. If Plays can stay within the DRS, eventually he will get a shot at it. But if Seb's with a bit of a mistake, he actually loses a bit of time to Plays, and does gain it a bit back after a nice under the bridge chicane. See that he's pulled it back up to about 6/10. He's going to get DRS again. He's going to close the gap to 5/10 going into turn 1. He might have a look down into turn 6 actually through this next DRS straight if he can close up to Seb's enough through turn 4. Seb's does pull away a bit. 6/10 the gap now. What's 5/10? Watson already has the 3-second penalty. Only 4 laps into this race. DRS and ERS deployed. Seb's on about 50% ERS. They're both draining ERS. Plays has stopped now. Gap down to 4/10 again. Rambo ahead though, pulling away. Did he hit the wall there? No, it doesn't look like he has damage. Lemo gets the fastest lap on the medium tyres. Yep, there you go. Seb's just pulling away again to about 7/10. Plays again will just close straight back up in the DRS zone. Seb's does go a bit wide through there though. He could have taken a double curb. Yep, 8/10 the gap, but it's going to close back up to about 7 or 6/10. But by the looks of it, it looks like Sebs will eventually pull out Plays' DRS. Back up to, see the gap to 5.5/10 again. Plays just closes up in the DRS zones every single time. But I believe, yep, there's a bit of a train going on behind us. Myemo, Anime, Watson, and Matty all in the little train. Let's have a look at the tyres currently. 5th all the way to 9th, all on the medium combat tyres. Watson, is he going to make a dive on Anime? We thought about it and he's gone into the back of Anime. Gets way too much speed going in. I thought he was going to have a dive, but he just went straight into the back of him. Rambo into the pits. A bit of an early pit stop. But his teammates also going to come in. Are they going to double stack? Oh, no. Rambo had damage. I don't know where the plays... Yeah, he did have damage. He must have scraped the wall. Seb's is in... Sully is in as well. So Sully is probably going to get the position on plays because of the Mercedes double stack. So this is really going to play out into Sully's hands if the Williams team can give him a good pistol hit. And yeah, he's going to come out ahead of plays. So this is going to play into Sully's hands so well. But Jake up to P3 now. Miami the fastest lap on the mediums. Sully into P4. Seb's yet to pit, so it will be back up to P3 for Seb's. And because of the damage on Rambo, Jake leads the race. Well, effectively leads the race once Seb's makes his pit stop. Watson again must have got damage again. Matty just breezing past Anime on the straight. Will Anime dive back down the inside? No, he won't. Oh yeah, Watson got the damage from hitting into the back of Anime. But Miami all over the back of Sully. Miami looks to have really good pace. He set the fastest lap multiple times now, but his ERS is absolutely drained. He's going to have DRS now, though. He's not going to have ERS on the next DRS straight. And Rambo's going to want to make the move on Jake because he is a lot quicker. And Jake with a bit of a half spin. Rambo nearly goes into the back of him. Rambo going to send it down the inside. Miami with 3-second penalty. Seb's now flying into the pit. Where will he rejoin? Will he rejoin in front of Rambo? He probably will because yeah, he's going to be miles ahead of Rambo because of the damage that Rambo got. So Rambo getting damage has caused a huge blow to Mercedes because it knocks back plays by about 4 positions and it's going to lose Rambo a position to Seb's. So Rambo really screwed over his teammate unintentionally. Miami all over the back of Sully has the fast lap again. If Sully... I doubt Sully... No, I don't think Sully's going to be on for a podium. But Jake on for a podium is something that I would have not predicted at the start. But you can already tell he's just out of the DRS of Rambo and Seb's already has no pace in comparison to those two drivers up front. And it's a yellow flag sector 2. Is that plays? Yep, it's plays. Has he got damage? I don't know, it might just be a spin. Jake has a 3-second time penalty. Oh, and he's... Oh, plays is out. Is that going to cause a safety car? If it is, I don't think it will actually do much apart from bring Sully back into the race more, bring him up front. No, it's not going to be a safety car. Stewards cleared it. Which is good to see. So no halting of the race. Jake with another penalty. I don't know how. Watson on to 8-second penalty. Must have got 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane or something. Miami still all over the back of Sully. He goes really wide there. Rambo nicks Miami's fastest lap actually. Just as we were talking about where. Oh, where's Jake? Oh, he's into the pits again. He must have damage. Oh, unlucky for Jake. He was looking on for a possible podium. But it's brought Sully back into the podium places. So, wow, this is definitely interesting. We predicted Rambo, Sully, Seb's. At the moment, it's Seb's, Rambo, Sully. So, I don't know how you've managed to get that correct podium. I suppose it wasn't too hard to guess. Miami is all over the back of Sully. Does have a 3-second penalty though. So he's going to have to hope that Sully gets one if he overtakes him. Not going to get DRS gun down here. But Rambo is now all over the back of the Seb's. Is he going to make a dive down into the hairpin? No, he's not. He's going to go wide. He's going to get a really nice rotation. Seb's, his back left tyre clips the wall on the exit. Now Rambo's going to have DRS. He's going to have the slipstream. ERS, he thinks about it, but decides against it. Miamo, he's going to get a good run on Sully, but he's going to be probably, yeah, he's going to be just a bit too far away. Sully still holds P3. Seb still holds first, but I doubt Seb's is going to hold first for much longer. And there's going to be a titanic battle between Sully and Miamo for P3. If Sully and Miamo fight, it may bring Matty back into this though, so just watch out for him. The two Alfa Romeos down in P6 and 7. No, Rambo still has not made the move. He's probably going to have a look down here. Miamo with another penalty. He's also just dropped off the pace a bit. He can't keep up with Sully. But Rambo, DRS, ERS, and Slipstream, both of them extremely low on ERS. He's going to have to pull to the outside. And he's done it. What a move. All the way around the outside. Completely outbreak Seb's. I thought Seb's would have held it on the inside, or Rambo was going to have to make a switchback or something. But no, Rambo just completely outbreaks Seb's. And he's up to P1 now. All the field is pretty much separated at the moment. The only notable thing going on at the moment is Miamo and Sully. So Miamo going to get a good run at him. He's going to have DRS. They're both going to be deploying it. Oh, actually, no, Sully's not going to deploy ERS. Miamo is. He's not going to get close enough to him. Sebs is definitely going to be want to be in that DRS zone when it comes onto the main straight. He's going to want to just tow along on the back of Rambo. But I think Rambo's pace is just too quick in comparison to Sebs. Miamo, at the last corner, don't spin straight. DRS open, ERS and Slipstream heading down to turn 1. Again, still too far away, about 4/10 back. Takes the turn 1 a lot better than Sully though, as he takes that whole first section quite nice in comparison to Sully. Bit of a moment on the exit, bit of opposite lock, but he stays on the track and he's not into the wall. DRS and ERS again, Slipstream again, but he's still going to be too far back. The gap is going to be about 4/10 going into turn 6. Completely outbreaks Sully, but still 3/10, 4/10 the gap. Miamo just can't get past Sully, so he can hold P4 for now. Sully going to hold P3, Seb's going to hold P2, and Rambo is in the lead. Oh, and Rambo's out! He's hit the wall! And Sebs has a 5-second time penalty for a collision with Rambo. I do not know what's just happened. Miamo gets the position. No, I don't know what's just happened. And that is the safety car deployed. I didn't catch that. Sorry for not catching that. We were focused on Miamo and Sully and the rest of the field because Watson was going slow because he was in the pits. So I was just saying that he was into the pits again. But this has gone from 100 to 0 for Mercedes. At one point they were on for a double podium, possibly even a 1-2. But now it's a double DNF for Mercedes. Rambo had the pace. Sebs is going to pit. He's probably going to go on to softs. Pretty much everybody is going to go on to the softs here. So this is going to be a huge last 3-4 laps. Miami nearly goes into the back of Sully. Oh, I'm so sorry I didn't catch that. That would have definitely been interesting to catch. But I'm not sure what happened. Sebs has a 5-second time penalty. But he's got removed, obviously, with the pit stop. I'm not sure on that. I'm going to go on Discord and have a look at Rambo and ask him what happened. Because that is definitely interesting. let's have a look at this. Sebs gets a 5-second time penalty for severe collision with Rambo, so I don't know if he's taken Rambo out or if he's hit him after Rambo spun or something, then taken him out. I am a bit baffled. But either way, Sebs and Sully leading the pack, followed by Miami, by Matty, by Jake Scott, by Anime, and then Watson rounds out the rest of the field. They're still currently in this race. Double DNF and Mercedes. They were looking on for a double podium at one point. And it goes from 100 to 0. Wow, that is... Is Rambo still in the lobby? If so, I'd like to invite him to a party. I'll ask him what happened. Wow. Jake's going to go into the pits again. Oh, wait, don't worry, he just did it earlier. Hello, Rambo. Just a quick question. What happened? I didn't catch it. Oh, that's really unlucky. What happened to Sebs? Because he got a 5-second penalty for hitting into you. Oh, wow. Well, really unlucky for you. You had the pace, clearly. Yeah, it is what it is. Unlucky, Rambo. Again next week. Alright, see you there. There you have it. From the pole sitter and the man who had the pace to win this race. He lost the rear at the, well, he called it the castle section. I would call it the, I think, under the bridge chicane. I think his back tyre must have hit into, he must have scraped the wall with his back tyre. Spun round, obviously DNF'd, and then Sebs gets a 5-second time penalty for hitting into him. So, unlucky for Rambo, but it's a double DNF for Mercedes when they were looking on for a double podium. I don't know if it just says safety car in this lap. It should be in this lap. If it's not, that's a bit confusing. It should be in this lap. We're going to have 4 laps of racing if it's in this lap. Hopefully it will be. Let me just check race director. Just want to check something quickly. So Sebs, how many warnings has he got? I'm just interested. So Sully on no warnings. I lied. Sebs on 1 warning. Sully was. Sebs is going to get us restarted then in the Ferrari. It's a good, pretty decent start actually. Sully is going to be over the back of him, Miami, and Matty all over the back of Miami. He's going to be wanting to make a move. He can't though. All of the positions stay the same. Matty, I don't know, like he exceeded track limits there. But if Matty can... Oh, and Watson, is he into the wall? Yes, he is. But whatever happens here, it looks like Matty, as long as he doesn't DNF, is probably going to get P3 due to the penalties. if I remember saying at the start of this race, my prediction was that Rambo would DNF, Sully would win, Sebs would come second, and Matty would come third. So, my prediction is looking pretty realistic right now. But my ammo, he looks like he wanted to send out the inside of Sully, but nearly goes into the back of him. And Matty, I don't know what's just happened, but Jake's into the wall. But either way, Matty is up to P4. Wait, he was in P4 earlier. I don't know what just happened. But Jake hit into the wall. I'm not too sure. But Seb's just starting to pull away from Sully. A little bit, actually. It's 7/10 the gap. Sully is going to have to wait out until DRS if he wants to stay along. Well, actually, no, he's gained a lot of time back through the last sector. So, nice last corner. Gets a decent exit. But Seb's gets a better one. Both just saving a bit of DRS. Seb's on about 50%. Sully on about 60%. They had round turn 3. Again, Seb's just pulling away a little bit. Actually, I lied. Something about 5.5 tenths. But what's another 5-second time penalty for speed pit lane? It's right, he's going to get disqualified. Sully, ERS and Slipstream. 600's up on his best time. Oh, and my ammo sends up the inside of Sully. Sully doesn't expect it, and Miamo spins himself and he's down to P5, and that means Matty is up to P3. So that means Sully does lose some time to Sebs. But if Sully beats Sebs, I have somehow predicted this race fully correct. I don't know how, but somehow I would. Gap from Sebs to Sully, still 5/10. Just not really much between them. They're on about equal pace. Maybe Sully, maybe half a tenth of a lap quicker. Watson's up to P6. I believe Jake spun. No, Watson's just made the move. Sebs and Sully still just about 5/10 gap. DRS is going to be enabled this lap though. So Sully is going to have DRS for 2 laps, which means he's going to have 2 laps to try and make the move on Sebs to try and get the win. Down into turn 1, brakes a lot later than Sebs does. Sebs carries a bit more speed though through the first 3 turns. Sully gets a better exit. So he might have got a warning for that. Bear in mind, they're both in 1 warning. Neither of them got a penalty. Sully hits the wall on the exit of turn 4. He slams it straight into the wall. Surely he has damage. Getting up and viewing. Visually, it doesn't look like he has damage, but he surely must have damage. That was a huge smash straight into the wall. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's still in the same pace as Sebs. So, maybe he hasn't got damage, and maybe he has escaped with his life, but that looked like a pretty big shunt. There you go, losing time. The gap now down to 7/10, and Matty's gone into the back of him. And that is because... Oh, my ammo and anime are battling. That's because Sully is so slow that Matty is just there. Yeah, I guess Sully must have damage. I mean, there's not really much point in pitting now. He'd pit on the last lap and whatever happens, he's going to get P3. My prediction was close. Very close. I said Rambo would DNF. I said Sully would win, followed by Sebs, followed by Matty. But it looks like it's going to be Sebs followed by Matty by Sully. If Matty can get past Sully on this last lap. Sully definitely has wing damage at this point. I can almost guarantee it. Dropped so much time to Sully. There you go, through that last turn. He just could not carry any speed. Matty thought about it on the inside. Sully had DRS for that straight. He's not going to for the next straight slow. So Matty is going to have DRS. He's going to have the huge advantage going down towards 6. Through 4. This is where Sully hit the wall in the last lap. Takes it a lot more cautiously this time. Hits the wall again. Through there. Once you have wing damage once, especially when you stay out on it, it's so hard to not hit the wall again. But Matty straight up into P2. And it looks like Sully is going to have to settle for 3rd in the Williams. Sebs is probably going to win this race unless Matty has something to say about it. Unless Sebs can make it, unless Sebs makes a mistake. But unless Subs does make a mistake, it looks like he's going to win. Watson sets the fastest time, so he is going to steal a point from, I don't know whoever had it. But Matty actually looks faster than Sebs. He's already gained 2.5 tenths. He's going to gain probably another 2 tenths through here with the DRS and ERS. The gap down to 5 tenths now. Can Matty make a last lap push for the win? The gap down to 5 tenths. There's not going to be any more DRS strays. It's just going to be pure racing. It's going to be about 7 more corners, maybe 8 until the end of this race. I think give him one more lap and he definitely would have nicked this off Sebs, but I think it's going to be 1 lap too late. He's just going to be... He's bought the pace. His pace is there, but it's just a lap too late. If you'd given him one more lap, he would have won this, but Sebs comes around the last corner to win Tier 2, Round 6 of Singapore, followed by Matty gets P2 in the Red Bull. Sully with wing damage finishes 3rd in the Williams, followed by Miemo in the Aston Martin. Anime is going to come around the last turn for P5 in the Alfa Romeo. Watson's going to get P6. Jake's going to get P7, but Watson will also gain an extra point on the fastest lap. The 2 Mercedes with a double DNF. What a race we have had. What an incredible race that was. That was 15 laps of pure action. Yeah, that was definitely a good race. But Sebs wins it in the Ferrari. Sebs followed by Matty, followed by Sully. Miemo snubs P4 on the Aston Martin, followed by Anime, by Watson, by Jake. Ferrari, the biggest winners today. Then by Red Bull. Then Williams. Then Aston Martin. Then Alfa Romeo. Maybe Alfa Romeo. But there was a point in this race where it was looking like a Mercedes 1-2, a double podium. I believe there's a bit of rain there. If this race had kept on going for a couple more laps, could have had some rain. It could have been interesting. But Sebs, there you go. He wins the race, followed by Matty, followed by Sully. Sully really wanted that win. He was all over the back of Sebs with 2 laps to go, and he just pushed a bit too hard through turn 4 and slammed it into the wall. So he finishes P3 because of that. But may not be the final results. There is 2 seconds between the top 3, and if any 3-second penalties are given to any of the front 3, it will be interesting to see how the top 3 shapes up after penalties at the end. I imagine it'll probably stay the same, but I suppose the stewards still will have something to say. Well, that has been round 2. No, not round 2, sorry. That's been round 6 of Div 2, F1ABEEZ at Singapore.